I will allow Councillor Murray to respond to the report and any of Mrs Stallard's points. Thank you.
Okay, just with regards to the report, been working on this for an awful long time. There's a number of things that we need to enable ourselves to be able to do going forward to improve the air quality in the town. As Rachel has said, that at the moment we don't have any areas of any concern, but these are based on the government statistics where we're looking at, I think it's 10 microns per, can you help me out here, Rachel? Is it 10?
Yes, so the UK is 40 for nitrogen dioxide. The objective and standards and objectives are 40 micrograms per cubic meter, but the World Health Organization is significantly lower than that, and the European objectives are about half that as well. So they're very high for nitrogen dioxide, and the UK objectives as well are higher than we would like for particle matter as well. That's both coarse and fine, and obviously this report is based on scientific evidence.
So those particulate matters that the World Health Organization and the European Organization are looking at are the figures that we should be addressing in Eastbourne. Unless it's legally binding, it's difficult for us to do that. But this clean air strategy will help us some way towards sort of getting to the point where we can start doing something about it. We're looking to sort of create low car use zones around schools. We're looking to reduce speeds in the town and encourage more people into active travel. Active travel means that people are using the buses, they're using the cycle, they're walking around more. So not only is it good for the environment in that way, it's also good for their health. It just ticks an awful lot of boxes for us to be able to sort of go forward and look at these problems. Our main concern is the fact that we have to go through county council all the time, and every time that we want to try and do something with county, it's always an issue of money, as it is with Eastbourne Borough Council as well. But we need to sort of try and get past this and see what we can do to come to some sort of compromise where, instead of doing these massive schemes that we've been doing in the past, where we're digging up the roads and putting in restrictions in how the cars move up and down the road, pulling out islands to make the roads smaller. If we just, that costs literally £30,000–40,000 every time we do that to a road. But we can just do it with lines and signs, and it works really, really well. And that only costs about £5,000 per scheme. It's been improved and tested in Wales. The speed restrictions over there have improved the health and safety of people on the roads by 38%. I believe there was 10 people less killed there last year, the nitrogen, the amount of nitrogen in the air was also reduced by some amount. So we know that it works. We should be doing it, and this strategy will allow us to sort of take some of those ideas forward to the public. Always with the public, and we are not looking to do a blanket ban in the town. We will not be implementing 20 miles an hour across the entire town. We will be looking at targeted areas with the support of the community and making sure that we take the community with us. If they don't want to do it, if they don't want us to improve the air quality in their particular area, then we won't. We'll find another area that we can start working on. But areas like Hamden Park, where we've got the railway crossing, we know that we've got issues there. Gildridge Park, we know that we've got issues there. We've got issues around Shinewater as well, and the large roundabout which joins the A22 with the A259. Lots of sitting traffic there for a long time as well, and Sevenoaks Road. It all backs up through the town. Eastbourne is so overcrowded. It's a flat town. We should be doing more cycling and more walking. There's no excuse for people driving the half a kilometre to work and things in the morning, or half a kilometre to school in the morning. We need to encourage more people out onto the roads. And if we could do that, we know that we can improve people's health, and we can also reduce the carbon emissions that we have around the town as well.
Fantastic. Well, thank you, Councillor Murray. I'd say just before we move on to members of the committee, I suppose I'll just offer a couple of my questions your way. I suppose just to sort of add on to sort of Serena's concerns, I mean, do you see any sort of real positives or benefits to this beyond obviously the ones that are set out in the report in terms of health and in terms of climate change? Does it go any broader than that?
I'm unsure what the question is, because if we get people out of the cars producing less emissions and they're walking and becoming healthier, then it improves everything that we can sort of going forward. This keeps them out of the NHS. It means that they're not costing our individual services in Eastbourne more money. So like I said in my opening statement, the health benefits are huge if we can reduce the amount of pollution in Eastbourne to World Health Organisation standards.
So the only reason I asked the question, I think you can make an argument there that getting people cycling is good for their health, whether you're looking at air quality or not. I think your point there is very fair on NHS in terms of cutting costs and better supporting that. So I'd totally support that there. But and just to add on to that, to a degree, obviously, as a borough council, we've got a sort of remit and a set of powers. County has a different set of powers. There are other powers, obviously, that lie with Westminster, and trying to coordinate those to actually get results and to sort of meet some of the ambitions there. Obviously, that's not a simple process. But if you were given a much kind of broader remit, in light of devolution, in light of some of the powers that might be coming down, possibly to a mayoral level, possibly to a unitary authority, what further would you like to do? Where would you want to be able to go that currently you're a bit sort of constrained by the borough council?
Well, this is exactly what the strategy is going to be there for. If we think about the local plan within planning, at the moment we've got a certain amount of guidelines that we want to introduce into the local plan, which then make them a little bit more legally binding by the developers coming into the town. Just having a guidance note is useful if the developers, if the county council, if the central government all listen to it and do something. If we've got an actually strategy which we've written down and say if we do this, this and this and this will happen, then it gives people a much clearer steer on what our pathway is. But the main thing is, we went up to Oxford, we spent the day out there. The main thing is that we must take the public with us. We're not going to be forcing anything on the public that they don't want. And we will be discussing each individual area with them as we go forward on what we can do. And there's a number of strategies that we can do that I outlined in my opening statement.
Fantastic. Well, thank you.